first console based program which we are going to see on the Hibernate. Okay, whereas whenever if you need to develop a simple Hibernate program, you need to have totally 5 programs with us. What are those 5 programs in the sense? See, the main program where we can pass the request. Let's take an example. This is the flow which I am going to show you. First, this is your client program. Client program in the sense, this for the time being we are doing with console based. That means a simple main program we are writing. Next, this console based program, what it will be doing is, it will be making use of Hibernate util.java for creating a connection. I will be explaining the code one by one, but the flow I am teaching you first. This is Hibernate util.java for creating the connections. Okay, database connections, everything will be registered over here in Hibernate util.java. Clear? Next, course.java. This is your Pojo. Okay, so that whatever the input which we have got to this particular main program, that I will store it into this particular Pojo. Otherwise, suppose if I have got any data from the database also, that will be stored into this Pojo. From this Pojo, however I want to represent in the client, I can do it. Okay. Next, Hibernate configuration file, hibernate.cfg.xml, and the extension, it should be .cfg.xml only. This particular file will be holding all our credentials. Credentials in the sense, you can see the driver, as I said, com.mysql.jdbc driver, and here the URL for interacting with my database is jdbc:/mysql. MySQL is a protocol. Okay, na? Then localhost, I am representing to my local machine because my database is there in the same machine. Correct, na? And the port address for interacting with the MySQL is 3306. That I have specified in Hibernate connection.url. Hibernate connection.driver class is this driver. These are the parameters which we need to pass it. I will be explaining it, these things. So here completely you will be having all these configurations only. Clear? Next, at the same time you just observe one more file which we have now, course.hibernate mapping.xml. That we will be loading it over here. You can see as a map resource we will be loading, mapping resource. As a mapping resource we will be loading it over here. In the sense, the Pojo, whatever the Pojo which we have, right, that particular Pojo requires one representation because the database will look for this particular Hibernate mapping file. From that only the fields, everything will be mapped in the DB. Is that clear? Yes. That means the table, how we have to create, what type of rows, columns we have to specify, the type also, and if you need to provide any primary keys, foreign keys, this kind of stuffs and all will be specified under this Hibernate mapping.xml file.
Instead of this, in further, like in future, we can go for annotation. So no
Yes.
need of HBM file that time.
Yes. Whereas this is the older version I am showing right now. Whereas in this version we are not making use of any annotations. So this Hibernate mapping file is coming into picture. Future programs we will be replacing this one with Hibernate annotations. So annotations only will be performing all those operations. Okay, na? There the lines of code will be reduced over there. I will come to that particular version, I will teach you that. Now, Hibernate mapping file. See, Hibernate mapping class name equal to com.kkr course.course. That means this is the Pojo which it has to load for creating a course, and the table in the DB which it has to interact with. That means the mapping has to done is courses. Is that clear? Courses is the table which has to be created, and whatever the columns are available within this, it should be mapped automatically. Is that clear? Now, This is just a simple description which we are specifying. You can provide any description like this for this particular class, what it will do, all those things and all.
You mentioned the table is equal to courses, right? So it automatically in the database the table courses table will create also.
Yes, it will be creating.
So manually we need to do no need to do all.
No need to create. That's what I said, right? If it is already created, it will be pointing to that. Okay?
No override.
It will not override. Next, see. We have two different properties. You can see this is one thing. Okay, na? This is another thing. And here, one thing we need to know is first one ID. Basically, whenever if you have tables, we will be having columns. Each and every column will be having different natures. Either primary key, foreign key, secondary key, something like this. Not null. This kind of identities will be represented over there. Where first column, whatever the first column which we have, right? The column we need to represent is course ID. You can see course ID is there. Okay, na? From the course Pojo, we need to take course ID field. The type is long. We are specifying the type long. And in the DB, which column I need to map this particular field in the sense course underscore ID. Is that clear? I need to take course ID field from Pojo, and I need to create a column in the DB
Which is
named as course underscore ID with the type long. Suppose if it is there already, it will be pointing to that particular column. Is that clear? Next, and that too, here we have specified a generator. What is the use of this particular generator in the sense? If you need to specify any auto incrementation, otherwise if you need to follow the user specified value, this kind of some features are there, some attributes are there. Those attributes I will be explaining it. Okay, na? Next, whereas here we have specified generator class equal to increment. That means it will take the values automatically. Incrementation will happen whenever we are inserting names. Okay, na? So first column is over. Then this is second column. Property name equal to course name. We are retrieving the data from course name field. That particular course name, we are pointing to course underscore name in the table, which is of type string. Is that clear?
Take as a varchar in SQL.
Yes.
And long it will take long as long.
Long only. And not null,
Yes,
true.
it is
In the sense, not null, true in the sense, suppose if you don't want to allow any null values to be stored into the DB, then we'll specify this particular attribute for this property table. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now let me run this program, then I'll explain other programs and all. Run as Java application, record inserted. Okay. And what is that these things and all in the sense? This is these are considered as loggers. Okay, no? Each and every statement will be having one or the other information, when it has been logged, when it has been registered, what is the beans we have specified, and the comments what we have disabled, enabled, everything will be specified over here. If you got any exception related to that particular mapping, everything will be displayed over here. You can see one thing, the connection we have enabled over here is JDBC MySQL first Hibernate. That information also it is displaying over here. In the sense it has connected. It has connected with this username, password, everything will be shown over here. Okay, now let me show you whether the data is inserted or not. Anyway, it has shown record inserted, but we need to have a proof. So let me go to DB. MySQL command line client, enter root, use, what is that? First
First year.
First E.